In April, when the world attacked trans social media queen Dylan Mulvaney over drinking out of a custom can of Bud Light, who would possibly imagine that one of the strongest voices of support could be? By the way, after Kid Rock fired a machine gun at a pile of Bud Light, after all the blustering, he's drinking the beer again and his restaurant has it back on the menu. Number 24 of 23 is Howard Stern becomes voice of reason in Dylan Mulvaney Bud Light controversy.
Howard Stern usually isn't at the center of hot topic conversations anymore, but the notorious shock jock has inserted himself into America's culture war over LGBTQ plus visibility by challenging Kid Rock and other conservatives to explain why they are so incensed about transgender star Dylan Mulvaney's partnership with Bud Light. During one episode of SiriusXM's The Howard Stern Show, the radio host said he was dumbfounded over the strong backlash aimed at Anheuser-Busch, which provides Bud Light over Mulvaney, a transgender activist and social media star who boasts more than 10.8 million TikTok followers. Stern wondered if he was missing something. He said, quote, "I wish I could call Kid Rock and have him come on the show and just tell me, why are you so upset about this? How is it hurtful?" Rock went viral a few weeks ago by posting a video of himself using a semi-automatic rifle to shoot cases of Bud Light after Mulvaney began appearing in Bud Light ads on April 1st. Country singer Travis Tritt joined the anti-woke chorus by also tweeting that he would no longer support Anheuser-Busch, the company that produces Bud Light, as well as Budweiser and several other beer brands. The pure ridiculousness of this entire story and the tone deafness of these people who are, there was another guy that came out with the non-trans beer using a baseball bat to just annihilate a case of beer. Then you have Kid Rock with the semi-automatic rifle just shooting stuff up, realizing, or maybe they do realize that we have the highest rate of murder and imprisonment and violence, that half the country is really trying to figure out how we deal with this. And they decide to go on, and maybe it's just for attention because they know they'll get a news story because nobody's following Kid Rock anymore. But I think it's the most disgusting thing. And there really is no, I tried to see it as many sides of it as I could possibly see as to why somebody would be so angry enough to be so violent and to post it on social media for something that really, if you don't like the beer, don't drink it. Yeah. And one thing I've always said to conservatives and Republicans is Republicans who are against trans, and you know, the Republican Party principle is get out of my life. Small government, you shouldn't have any dealings with what I'm going through personally, yet it is the Republican right-wing arm that is trying to get into everybody's personal life. It's so anti-Republican that I wish there were more Republicans that would be calling it out and saying, I need you all to be more Republican and get out of these people's lives.
And Dylan, it's Republicans circa 1990s and before, not Republicans circa George Bush and forward, though.
I mean, when the Tea Party came.
Yeah.
And it is really just so, I think tone deaf is a very good word to use, because when you look at one of the biggest problems of the trans community is actually violence and being killed. So to voice your dissatisfaction with that message via violence just to me says, if they were to run into a trans person in an alley and nobody was looking, they would do exactly what they did with the baseball bat. They would do exactly what they did with the gun. When somebody shows you who they are, believe them.
Wow. And and what a crazy world that we're in, that Howard Stern is the voice of reason, right? Let's say that. I have had the pleasure to meet Howard Stern on a few occasions. And, he is honestly a quiet LGBTQ plus ally. Okay. He really is. It's not, it's all a show, folks. It's a show. It's a program. He actually had Harry Styles on a couple of weeks ago on his show, right? And we all love the fluidity of Harry Styles, right? Dreamy. Anyway, and so he Howard Stern literally said to Harry Styles, some weird shit is going down in this country right now where gay marriage and abortion access is at great risk, and even I'm worried. So for Howard Stern to say that, for Howard Stern to be worried for us, shit's bad. Right?
I just laughed when it said that he inserted himself into the story. I'm like, well, probably not very far.
You know, and
Hey, he says it himself.
Private
look,
part,
me.
private part.
and here's the, and what he said. Oh, you know, I wish I could call Kid Rock and ask him. Howard Stern, you can. All right, you've got that notoriety. You've got that clout that you can go and say, hey, producers, go call him for me. I want to have a conversation. Do that, film it, and then make that shit go viral. We need your voices right now.
Let's see what Kid Rock says back.
I think also we should give some special love to Dylan. I've been following her every day of womanhood, and she is just a trooper, and she's not ingesting the hate. She's giving out reason and love, and she is a true representation of the trans community.
Classy, wonderful. She is just such a lady, because I don't think that I would be that calm about it. Every single time she does a video back, it's very calm and she looks beautiful and it's like so eloquent. And I'm like, girl, you're so freaking classy.
Yeah,
They would have
earrings
down the
come
block.
off.
I was already putting Vaseline on my face. Like, I was just like, For you folks at home, if you don't know what that means, that is how you fight. You put Vaseline on your face, so when somebody tries to, all right, just look it up.
Yes, gay boys don't get it twisted.
I have Vaseline, but never.
Okay, God.
Okay.
It's moist.